on what healthcare agency you use. Call today. All County Home Health Care, Inc. at 954-717-7027. License 200999096. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to How to Stay Healthy, where we interview doctors each week across the vast medical landscape of cardiology, neurology, orthopedics, sports medicine, and primary care. Join us here for your prescription to better health.
Hello, South Florida and beyond, and welcome to the How to Stay Healthy show, where we're going to talk a lot about chiropractic today. I probably pronounced that wrong already. Already, chiropractic medicine.
No, not that either.
Not that either.
No, chiropractic.
Okay, there you go.
That's okay.
With Dr. Marilyn.
Now everybody learned that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that. But
well, that's why we do this show. I mean, it's like I have doctors on, and I always say, you're going to take us on Adventure Health, because we really don't know the latest and greatest in healthcare unless we talk to doctors on the air like yourself.
Absolutely.
So let me start again. Dr. Marilyn Shore of Shore Chiropractic. Did I get that right?
Tremendous.
Thank you. And you were on the program a little ways back, so I'm so happy to have you on again. Mm-hmm. I always like to have chiropractors on the program to kind of release the stigma. And I know that...
What stigma?
The stigma of, like, should I be going to a chiropractor or shouldn't I? Because I know that's a question a lot of people have. And,
that's true.
Myself as well. But after I talked to you and learned a lot about it and did some research of my own, I'm in the opinion that it is something that you should pursue if it is something that can help you out with a better quality of life.
You got it, about a better quality of life.
And that's what it's about.
Not a back pain modality, but a better quality of life.
And that's most important. That's why we do this show.
It's all about life.
It is, definitely. And we're on All County Healthcare's Facebook page, so you can find us live streaming there. If you ever want to go back and see this show as well, you can find it there. So I have a couple questions for you today.
Sure.
I'm going to take it a little bit of a different direction than we did last time. I want to get more into the actual treatments and what goes on. So starting out, like when someone's maybe considering chiropractic care, what is something they should look for in a chiropractor?
Well, this is my opinion, but chiropractic is about finding and correcting something we call subluxation. It's a big word, but it's an important word because that's what we do, what we correct. So I have my patients memorize that one. And what that is where vertebrae in your spine have gone out of alignment, blocking nerve energy flow that goes to all the organs, tissues, cells of your body. So if you have these vertebrae out of alignment, which you will not know, and it doesn't mean that you have pain, just like you can have a cavity in a tooth without pain, and then, all of a sudden it'll be a root canal if you don't take care of it. But with your spine, which is the window to your health, the nerves that come out go to all the organs of your body. So if you have these vertebrae out of alignment from the beginning, in fact, as early as birth, then they get worse and worse and finally express themselves as symptoms. So basically what I'm saying is that everybody should get their spine checked by a chiropractor who adjusts the spine. All right?
Because I have a feeling a lot of us are out of alignment.
Well, they even say now that 92% of all newborns are subluxated, meaning they go out of alignment from the actual birth process itself, because birth has become traumatic. It's not like we are in the rice fields and squatting and having babies anymore. So, and many are C-sections and traumatic births. So every baby, every newborn should be checked by a chiropractor who knows how to check children and newborns, which I do.
Yeah, and you treat all ages, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, from newborn all the way up. What do you have? Centenarians, 100-year-old patients?
Yeah, I say that I check everyone from the womb to the tomb.
Wow.
So, because if you can have a better quality of life, even if you're in your 90s, why not?
Yeah, definitely. And people are living into their 90s, and they're having that quality of life. And a lot of people are living. Yeah, some people are living independently into their 90s nowadays. Some.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I'm of the opinion that you should live your life fully, and then one day you're just lights out.
Yeah. I'll take that.
No long-term illnesses and chronic diseases. So
no one wants. Yeah, that's
nobody
tough.
wants that. So you got to take care of the temple.
Well, interesting thing you said before about the body system. Now doing this show over the years, I've had a lot of doctors on, and the body systems, it's all interconnected in one way or another. It's
Absolutely.
amazing, and that's something I've really realized. And doing a little research on your field,
Good for you.
yeah, it can definitely help see a chiropractor with helping different types systems in the body.
So one of the things that people think is they ask me questions like, can you help asthma, or can you help blood pressure, or you can help, IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, or you can help any of these types of things. And what I say to them is, we don't cure any disease, but by removing the nerve interference, it allows your body to do its job, because your body wants to heal itself. It's your advocate, not your enemy. And so it's like this. If you have a kink in a garden hose and the water can't get out, the plants are going to die, the grass is going to die. You can fertilize it, you can do all these different things, but until you take the kink out of the hose, there's going to be no water to the grass. It's a similar analogy in chiropractic. If you have vertebra out of alignment pressing on these nerves, and these nerves go to different parts of your body, and it's not able to function correctly, then your body's going to be in a state of what we call dis-ease, which will eventually lead to disease. So this can be building up for years and years and years before it finally expresses as disease. So what happens when somebody comes into the office, besides doing a consultation, a history, an exam, part of the exam is feeling the spine for these subluxations and taking x-rays, so that I have a perfect knowledge of where these subluxations are. And then people will get a specific scientific chiropractic adjustment to correct these subluxations. And it's not a one-time thing usually, because if you've had something for a long time, it takes time and repetition to correct the problem, but the benefits are just tremendous over time. I think I've told you, and excuse me if I'm not answering many of the questions that.
Oh, you're doing great. That's great info. That's why we do this show.
Like, for example, my daughter and my friends' daughters, we don't have these conversations about ear infections and allergies and ADD and all this kind of stuff, because our kids have been under regular care since the beginning. Their nerve systems are balanced. And, my daughter never had a pill in her life until she was in an accident when she was like 19 or so years old. Never had an aspirin, never had Tylenol, never had an antibiotic, nothing. Because the power that makes her heals her. That's what it comes down to. And the wisdom within you is a lot smarter than you are, or I am even. I'm kind of like the mechanic that goes in there, aligns the spine, and watches the miracle of the body healing itself.
When I was reading a lot about this subject yesterday, I love to read. I've really got into medicine in the last few years and really studied a lot of different things.
This isn't medicine, this is chiropractic.
Okay, chiropractic.
I'm sorry.
When I was, correct me. That's fine. I'm here learning too,
I get it.
One of the things that I found very interesting is, I think a lot about, I have a lot of primary care physicians on this show and cardiologists as well. And one of the things they say is preventative medicine is the key. I'd rather see you a lot for small things than see you for that one big thing. And it seems like, from my studies with a chiropractor, same thing. If you're seeing a chiropractor on a regular basis, getting maybe the adjustments you need, that can help out keeping the body healthy.
Absolutely. And one of the things you were asking me previously is, you asked, do I get adjusted? And I get my spine checked every single week. I do not get adjusted every single week, but I get my spine checked for these subluxations every single week, because I want to know that I am clear, connected, that my body's running at 100%. And in that, I never have any fear, because I know my body's healing from everything, even if I don't know about it.
If your chiropractor's getting adjusted, I think that's great.
Oh yeah, I get checked every week. I have
you were telling me like that.
I have my chiropractor too. And we adjust each other. We check each other every single week. And
you have some of the best posture that I've seen around Delray Beach.
I didn't always have good posture.
Because when I was just greeting you outside, the first thing I thought is, her posture is always so great. She's always standing up straight. She always looks comfortable.
Tell me this: when you see older people that are bent forward like this,
I see it all the time,
and ones that are standing up straight, who do you think generally is the healthier person?
the one standing up straight. I know that for sure because I know I even come over a little bit.
Now watch, you're on your phone all day long, aren't you?
Yeah, phone,
Computer,
tablet,
right? So
computer.
you're like this all the time.
Well, I'm a writer.
So most people are what we call subluxated or out of alignment at the very, the base of the neck or the top of the back here. And that area, believe it or not, goes to the hearts and lungs and affects the immune system. And how many people have heart and lung disease? So I got adjusted there, and I used to get bronchitis, and now I don't. So
that's the tie into the systems. That's where I was going exactly. Tell people how they can find you. You're right here in Delray Beach.
Correct.
Easy
I'm
to
right
get in and
downtown,
out of.
yeah. So I'm 2 blocks south of Atlantic Avenue, and on Federal Highway, which is US 1, the same thing, or Southeast 5th Avenue, which is it's the downtown road. The one going south. It's one way. And I'm in an old Key West house. It's adorable, and we have a family practice, so it's fun. It doesn't look like a medical office at all. We have stickers, we have decorations all the time because we want it to be a happy, healthy place. And kids love to come there. As a matter of fact, they fight if they're a family to be the first one to get adjusted. We have to calm them down and say, oh, today you go first, and then your brother, sister, whatever could go next.
How long does an adjustment take? Can someone come maybe on their lunch break or maybe right after work and not it's not going to take up the half their day?
Well, an adjustment.
Everything's different. Like each case is different, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, and it takes about a minute to 3 minutes to do an adjustment.
Unbelievable, that quick.
It doesn't take a long time, but the effects are powerful. It's really more, but if somebody needs to talk about something and in a positive way so we can make a difference then moving forward, then we do. But overall, the adjustment does not take a long time. But again, the power, people go, oh my God, my power's on, I'm clear, I'm healthy, they can feel the difference. And so, there's this so-called stigma that, for you to get any benefit from something, you have to be spending more time doing it, but that's not necessarily so,
We have about 2 minutes till take a quick commercial break,
Okay.
but I want to make sure I give you enough time to answer, and we can go into this on the way back, but I want to talk a little bit about the human joint. I was reading a little bit that there's fluid behind joints, and that what happens during an adjustment is maybe the muscles pushing too hard on maybe the bone and the fluid in there, and the adjustment helps to kind of what is the word? I'm going. Am I reading too much into things?
You're making this way too complicated. There are fluid between all joints.
Okay.
There has to be.
I'm right about that.
Sure. It's like, otherwise we'd be like the Tin Man.
Yeah.
And the Wizard of Oz. We wouldn't be able to move. So there is fluid between the spinal joints also. So between each vertebra of the spine, there's a little fluid in there, and that just what keeps it mobile. You want to have that. And when you get arthritic changes, which is calcium builds up on the bones, you don't have so much fluid anymore. So we don't want you to get to that space. So that's a normal thing to have fluid between the joints. But
Well, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And on the other side, we're going to give out all your info for Shore Chiropractic.
Okay.
And talk a little bit more about alignments on the How to Stay Healthy show.
All County Healthcare, Inc. is locally owned and operated, serving the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Dade, and Broward counties for the last 25 years. The practice of medicine is changing dramatically. All County Healthcare, Inc. still does it the old-fashioned way, where our nurses and healthcare professionals come into your home to service your medical needs, providing you the fastest and best care possible. For more information, call 954-717-7027. And remember, Medicare Home Care is covered by Part A of Medicare with no out-of-pocket cost to you. It's your decision, and only your decision, on what healthcare agency you use. Call today. All County Home Health Care, Inc. at 954-717-7027. License 200999096.
Getting older is not for sissies. That's what one of my patients says. And it's funny, but it's true. Live long enough and you'll get arthritis, skin cancer, probably one of the common chronic diseases like CHF, COPD, diabetes. At All County Healthcare, we teach you how to manage your disease. We make sure you know how to take your medications and how to recognize signs and symptoms before requiring hospitalization, no matter how many visits it takes. You didn't move to Florida to be sick. You moved here to enjoy the rest of your life. And that's exactly what our team of nurses, therapists, and aides at All County Healthcare help you do.
And now back to How to Stay Healthy, your weekly doctor's interview and prescription to better health.
Mic open.
Hello, South Florida, and welcome back to the How to Stay Healthy show. We're here with Dr. Marilyn Shore of Shore Chiropractic, right here in Delray Beach. We're so happy to have you. We're here at the Heart of Delray Gallery Radio Studio. So wanted to have you in Delray, make it a little easier on you, and that's great.
I rarely go west.
I know.
95, so.
We were talking a little bit about, I guaranteed I was going to give out your information. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you're at 245 Southeast 5th Avenue.
Which
downtown
is Federal Highway.
Okay.
Yeah,
downtown Delray Beach.
Absolutely. 2 blocks south of Atlantic Avenue.
Oh, great location.
I know.
That's fantastic.
They're building a hotel right across the street from the office.
They are doing a lot of building over there. Number's 561-278-2727. That's 278-2727. And like I said on Facebook Live, all the info's there. So if you want to go back to the show at any time, go to All County Healthcare Incorporated's Facebook page. It'll be there, as well as their website. The video of this broadcast will live there. And last but not least, I'll give it out again, shorechiro.com. There's a ton of info on there. And if you want to meet Dr. Shore and talk a little bit more, the Green Market's coming up in downtown Delray. It's an awesome market, 75 vendors. Starts right around Halloween.
Yeah, I think it's the 27th. I will be out of town that weekend, but I am there every Saturday, all winter.
Every Saturday, 9 to 2, till mid-May.
Well, I'm there till 1, but
okay, that's fine. Most people are there, between 9 and 1 anyways. We go till 2, but...
It's from 9 to 2.
Okay,
I'll be there from 9 to 2.
It's from 9 to 2. And the first one's always a good one because there's that witch ride. I always like seeing that.
wanted to do it.
But you'll be at the rest of them.
Yes, I have a seminar I have to go to in Atlanta that weekend, but...
Always learning, right? Making an appearance.
Filling my cup up,
In hot Atlanta. I love it. I'm just going back to my questions here. I had a couple more questions for you, Dr. Shore, and there they are. So that's good. I wanted to ask you, women always ask me when I have a doctor on, certain doctors, can this doctor help with headaches? It's either migraines or cluster headaches, tension headaches.
Just headaches.
Headaches in general. How can seeing a chiropractor help with headaches?
Well, again, I don't cure anything, but what's very common, and believe it or not, this is what happens from childbirth when you're born, when you're born, is that often the upper vertebra of the neck, which we call, the first one's called atlas, the second one is called axis. One of them goes out of alignment from the birth process. Doesn't have to be from the birth process, but that's where most people have their vertebra out of alignment or are subluxated. And what happens is when that puts pressure on the brainstem and the nerves going to your head kind of thing, so it manifests in many people as headaches later on, especially because you don't see many children complaining of back pain and chronic headaches, but you do see a lot of adults, and it comes from nowhere. It's not like they were in this accident or anything like that. In fact, most people's problems, it just kind of shows up over time, and it's not that it's showing up over time, it's that it's been building up over time, and it's showing up then. So, for instance, when an iceberg is in the water, it's under the water and then shows the tip of the iceberg. But the problem's the big boulder or iceberg underneath. And so you don't want to just chop off the tip of the iceberg or deal with just the symptoms. You have to get to the root cause of what's going on, which is generally from when the vertebra is out of alignment, and I will say probably 80 to 85% of all the people that come in with chronic headaches get tremendous results from that. Again, not that I cure it, but because I take the pressure off the nerve, the body heals itself. It's amazing.
And it's that preventative medicine, visiting
Right.
you on, on a regular
Right.
basis. Come up with a plan. Everyone's different, like you said
Everyone's got to be
before.
a plan.
But that's interesting with the iceberg analogy because, yeah, you see the tip of the iceberg, but the root is so much deeper. And
Absolutely.
it takes a while to get to the bottom of that root.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't happen
if you've had a
one
problem for 40 years, it's not going to take a day, 2, a week to correct. And sometimes people are impatient, and I tell them all good things in life, whether they be your relationships, whether it be your physical health, takes time and repetition.
It
And
does.
discipline, and you have to put some effort into it too.
Yeah, you got to
And then
buy
you-
into it.
Then you reap the rewards for whatever it is. So
Yeah, you have to buy into it for sure. Now, another question I always ask doctors when I have them on there. We're so lucky to have great doctors on this show because we learn so much about health
Sure.
that, where else could you get this info? I mean, seeing you over and over, you get it, and I want people to do that. But
no, this is great. Thank you.
you one of your hobbies and passions in life outside of being a chiropractor is tennis.
Right.
And boy, are we in the one of the greatest spots for
Oh
tennis
my God,
in the
it's
world.
amazing.
One of my favorite things each year is the pro tennis tournament that comes
Right,
to
the
Delray.
Delray Open.
I've covered it since
In fact, I just
06.
got back from the U.S. Open. I
Oh,
was
you
up
went?
there. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Saw men's and women's side?
Everybody,
Wow.
everybody.
It was a great tournament.
Yeah. So yeah, I play tennis about 3 days a week, and I get adjusted regularly, and I rarely ever have aches, pains, or injuries.
Really?
No.
Because I talk to a lot of people who play tennis, they always seem to have some kind of injury.
Yeah, 1 year I played on hard court. That's very hard on your joints,
Mm-hmm.
and I did have some knee problems. But for the most part, I keep the temple good, keep everything aligned, don't take any medication, and trust that my body will heal if I keep it adjusted. It sounds simple, and it is.
Now, you mentioned playing on the hard courts. Now, Delray has a lot of clay courts
Mostly.
at the
It's
tennis
most-
center.
Yeah, they call it hard shoe, but it's like clay courts. Very few people play on hard court.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people know I played football, but one of my first loves was tennis.
Really?
I used to play at River Edge up in Tequesta. I actually won the 1990 River Edge Invitational.
Oh my God.
True story. True story. So, but you probably not get me back on the court today, but it was clay. I love clay, playing on clay compared to hard court. I really do.
Right.
It's so much different, and I cover a lot of youth tennis, and the ball when that clay's dry, it moves really fast, and the actual play is really fast. But when you have a little rain before, it's funny watching they play, and it's a slower game. They can't
Sure.
spin it as much.
That's with everything. The
Yeah.
weather affects it. But anyway, it's good because, like I said, a lot of people my age, they're wearing multiple knee braces, elbow braces. They look, they have back surgeries and knee replacements and doing pretty
Yeah.
good.
Same with golfers.
Yeah,
You
but
see a
the
lot of
thing
golfers?
is, look, people will always ask me, they go, what kind of exercise should I do? What should I eat? And I'm always going, I don't know what you should eat. You're your own body. You need to see what's best for you. And I go, there's the internet out there. Look it up, or what exercises. But what I do know is I can check your spine, correct your subluxations, and that's an intangible. You can't see your spine. And if you wore it on your face, you'd take better care of it, guaranteed.
Now, you're a joint expert. Are we drinking enough water as adults? And how does that work? How much water should we be drinking as adults? Mostly adults listening to this show, so.
Right. Okay, so a lot of the questions that my patients ask me, sometimes I don't really like my answer because I always say everybody is different. What kind of pillow you should sleep on is different from what I should sleep on. Some people need to drink more water than other people, but there's not this generic formula that you give to every single person all the time. You have to listen to your own body. So people are what I say, checked out and not tapped in. And when you get tapped in, the innate wisdom of your body, that innate intelligence, meaning that inborn intelligence of your body, will tell you exactly what you need to do for yourself. So if you're thirsty, you should drink water. If you're not thirsty, you shouldn't drink water. But you have to be able to tap in to do that. So many people are covered up by drugs and things like that, that they take so many medications and they don't know what to do and they're in fear, and so they ask people what to do. And the real answer comes from within, you know? And some people don't like that. And I go, well, I don't want you to come back and say, I tried this and it, you know, didn't work for me, because I really don't know. I really don't know. What I know how to do is find subluxations and correct them. And if you want a great adjustment, then you have to come see me. It's just
there you go. It's shorechiro.com. So Dr. Shore's last name, Shore.
Isn't that great? I live by the beach and my last name is Shore.
That is great. Yeah, you picked the right spot, Delray Beach.
I know.
It is a great area. I really love it.
Well, people used to tell me I should go to the Maryland Shore because my name's Marilyn Shore, but I said, nah, I'm going to Florida. So,
I get it. Yeah, that is funny, though.
Yeah.
Everyone's got something to say when they come in the office, huh?
Oh, they do.
Must be, every day must be different. It's always interesting.
We always have fun in the office. Kids love to come in. The families love to come in. People sometimes come in not to even get adjusted. They just want to be part of the space there. Yeah. Because it's a happy space.
Well, definitely go see Dr. Shore, 278-2727 if you have any questions. Like I said, she'll be at the Delray Green Market right around the corner.
And they can call. You know, people can call too. Some people are old-fashioned and like to speak on the phone, and it's fine with me.
Or awesome. Stop by. I mean, you're a couple blocks from Atlantic Avenue, 245 Southeast 5th Avenue. I love that area.
Okay.
It is great. Thank you for coming back on the show again, and I hope you'll think about coming back on the future. Maybe we could do an adjustment next time if we have a little more time. I don't know how that works, but we will. Thank you for listening on the How to Stay Healthy show.
Thanks.
For a prescription to better health from the top doctors in the medical fields of cardiology, neurology, orthopedics, sports medicine, and primary care, join us each week on the How to Stay Healthy show.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily